No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Bouquet the Talk Show. This is episode number 2. If you didn't check out my last episode, I'm going to leave a link so that you could go ahead and check it out. But in more important news, yesterday I was able to go and see Beyoncé and Jay-Z. I'm not going to even diss him like that because yesterday he did an amazing job. If y'all have not seen Beyoncé or Jay-Z in concert, you need to make sure to go and do it. Like, that was one of the best concerts I've ever been to in my entire life. Like, when I say they put on a show, they put on a show. Let's not even forget that Chloe and Halle were there. I stand. I love them with all of my heart, and they were performing right on the side of the stage that I was on, and they were pointing at me and dancing with me. I was like, yes, come on, y'all, let's get it. But yeah, I had the time of my life. So if you have not gotten your tickets and you didn't get to go see them this time, next time they come, just start saving now. Like, and just, you know what, honestly, save up for amazing seats, because we were sitting right there, like right where they were performing at. Jay-Z was so close to us that if there was no music playing in the entire stadium, we could have heard him speaking. Like, it was the best experience of my life. But anyways, let's move on to the beginning of the show. So first off, I want to talk about my hair journey. It is really pulled back today. You can't really see it, but it was over a year ago now, like around last year in May, I cut all my hair off. It was a very big decision that I had to make because I've always been growing my hair out my entire life. I've never put any perm in it or anything like that. I've just always taken good care of it. And I also put color in my hair though, and that's where I messed up. So putting the color in my hair, I kind of realized that it was changing my curl pattern. Like, it was some frizziness going on, and then the places where there was no color in my hair, the curls would still like come in pretty nicely, but all of it wasn't like curly like I wanted. So I had to just be like, you know what, we need to make a sacrifice for the betterment of my hair in the future. So I decided to cut it off, and it has honestly been one of the best decisions that I have ever made. My hair is way longer now than it was before. It is healthier, like 10 times healthier. I mean, it's like just full, it's thick. The advice that I would give to you though is do not sit and try to get the hair that you see somebody else has. Know your hair texture. Maybe look up some different video clips and some YouTube channels of girls that have the exact hair texture that you have. That's the biggest thing, because I was chasing after for a long time to have hair like my friends, and that's kind of what set me off, because I had friends that had looser curl patterns. I was like, oh, I want my hair to just lay and be curly, but that's just not the type of curls that I have. So my hair gets, y'all seen it, it gets real big. So I don't know, just take care of your hair for you. Go and see a beautician for natural hair, see what they might suggest for you, and make sure y'all get them ends clipped, because that dead hair at the end is doing nothing but shortening the length of your hair at the end of the day. So that would be my biggest advice for your hair journey. If you have any questions about a hair journey, please reach out to me. I would love to share more about my story and more about the hair journey that I went on, but I hope that helped a little bit. So now we're gonna get into the big topic. So I don't know how many of you all watch Love Is, but I'm a big Love Is fan. That's another one of my little shows that I watch. And of course it's about love, because wouldn't be me if it wasn't a love show. On one of the episodes of Love Is, it showed the main character being a man having to leave his ex-girlfriend and go into a new relationship with his new girl that he was really, really feeling. And the ex-girlfriend brought up an excellent point that I think definitely needs to be addressed with us girls in general, is preparing your ex for the new girl. And it's something that can be really difficult because you put so much energy into relationships and you just really want it to work, and then you really just want him to act right. It's not about, I just want a relationship to work. When you with that person and you invest so much into them, you want them to be right, okay? Forget the rest of it. But sometimes that's just really not God's plan, and you have to accept that. And I just want to relieve all of us of any bitter feelings that we may have about having to prepare your ex for their new girl. So here are my little tips about that. Number one, every relationship that you have is a part of a growing process. So just accept the growth and realize that the relationship is either going to be for a season or a reason. Well, I don't want to say a reason because I think that every relationship has a reason and it has a purpose behind it, but it'll either be a season or the one. And so if it is just for a season, it's okay because you're going to learn so much about yourself in that process. If that person is not treating you right or treating you the way that you deserve, or if there's some aspects about them that you do like, now you know better for your next relationship. What things do I like? What things do I don't like? What are my non-negotiables? What are things that I can kind of deal with? Number two, let that man be great and let him be great with somebody else. Honestly, we're all going to prepare a man for the next person. And if you haven't found your man yet, it is very likely that there is somebody that is preparing him for you, sis. So it's okay for you to prepare this man to be good with somebody else, because if you love that man like that wasn't necessarily the one, imagine what love is going to be like when you finally find the right person to give all your loving to, and he gives it right back, and it's just going to feel so great and it's going to feel so good. So it doesn't really matter. Like, honestly, we're all going through this process, which is called life, trying to find the person that we want to be with, that we want to spend the rest of our lives with. But along the way, you need to enjoy your own process, enjoy your own life, because you can't possibly expect for somebody to love you fully in who you are and appreciate everything about you if you don't appreciate and love yourself to the fullest too. That's a word. Number three, this is my last one. If one door closes, then another one is surely opening. Just make sure to know that God is not going to make any moves against you. God is making moves for you. So if there's a relationship that you've been holding on to that you're just like, this isn't necessarily right, but I might want something better and blah, 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 you know, so on and so forth, just do what you have to do. The sooner that you get to the point where you're ready to let go of something, you could bring something new into your life that might be even better for you. So, and I know that that's a very hard thing because of the fact that even when we know someone might not be right for us, we still love them and we still want the best for them. We want them to receive all the great things that life has to offer. And if you feel like you're that person that's giving them all that great stuff, it might be hard for you to just let go. But when you do get to the point where you realize it and you find that strength to let go, just go ahead and do it. So in conclusion, all in all, it is okay to prepare that man for the next relationship. Let him go, let him be great, and you do the same. Because if he's gone, you could start focusing on you, sis. You'll focus on you. He could focus on his new girl. He could put energy into that, but it's okay because everybody needs a little help into becoming who they're going to be. And in relationships, we learn so much about ourselves because it's such an intimate relationship. It's not like just a regular friendship. Like, you get to know somebody on another level when you're in a relationship with them. So it's so okay if you have to prepare that person to be with the next person that might be the person that's actually made for them. And then you could go ahead and find the same thing for yourself. My ending topic is the top 3 reasons why. The top 3 reasons. What? Okay, let's get it together. Last topic is the top 3 ways to overcome self-doubt. I know this is something that I've even struggled with myself, and this kind of goes back to what I was talking about in my last episode. We kind of get consumed with what we see going on in the world, where we see other people being that, and we start to doubt ourselves and our own process and the way that we're going about things. So, number 1, Use positive affirmations. Tell yourself good things about yourself. Like, nobody's gonna love you the way that you love you, besides God. But you need to speak to yourself. Just get in the mirror and start to say positive things that you feel about yourself, things that you love about you that make you uniquely you. Another thing that I would suggest that I even tried at one point that I need to get back into is just little post-it notes. You could stick them on the mirror or something that you, in your bathroom in the morning, you could see them and you can start to feel good about yourself. Like, yes, I love myself. I'm awesome because of X, Y, and Z. My hair is popping today. My skin is glowing. Like, it's okay to compliment you. Number 2, no negative energy. Surround yourself with people who make you feel good about you. That is all where it starts. If you are around a lot of people who are negative and they don't have the energy that you're trying to bring in your life, it's gonna rub off on you. So I know it's sometimes difficult to let go of some people that are bringing that negativity into our lives, but you gotta do it for the betterment of you. Number 3, do productive things that make you feel happy. So for me, starting this project, starting this Bouquet, the talk show, makes me feel good about myself. It makes me kind of remember the places that I want to go in my life and how I want to be viewed by the world. So you need to do those things for yourself as well. Another thing that makes me feel good about myself is my modeling team. Shout out to EMT. But just any little thing that'll make you feel good about you, you need to be doing that. Maybe not on a daily basis because sometimes we just don't have time, but try to do it weekly for sure. More days than not, you should be doing something that makes you feel good about being you. I know another thing that I used to do that made me feel really good sometimes is just journaling, like just writing out things that I was just like, okay, this is what's happening in my day and I just need to let it out. And I don't necessarily want to talk to anybody about it. I just want to get it out and on paper. So find something that makes you feel good about you, something that makes you feel happy, something that helps you vent and release all them emotions that we be feeling when life just like, ooh, it's on us. So find a way to let it go. And JK, there's not 3, but there's 4. My 4th and most important one is make sure that you pray. You have to pray, you have to pray, you have to pray, because for me, it is such a releasing feeling when you are talking to God and you know that he's there, he's listening, and he cares about what it is that you want and what it is that you need in your life. And just let him know, like, God, my life is in shambles. Please send help. Love, Kayla. So yeah, do things like that and they'll make you feel really great about yourself. That's all, folks, for the 2nd episode of Bouquet the Talk Show. Please make sure that you are sharing, commenting, subscribe to this channel, subscribe. We want to make this show as big as possible, and I can't do it without you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.